Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you have a wonderful beginning of the week. And now time for our check-in. This is going to be a classic read. Today Mercury turns direct, hooray hooray. But for those of you who got way too excited about it, just remember that there's also shadow period. So it will still last for another 10 days or so, and after that we are out of the woods and we're a lot more safe in that space. But it's you're gonna feel that tension and that pressure that maybe was felt in communication before. It will alleviate gradually, you'll feel better. That's what I'm trying to say, especially if there is already an ongoing situation where you're trying to get to find common ground, or to mend fences with someone, or to build collaboration, and it's just hasn't worked out well so far, right? So this is gonna get easier now. Okay, so let's get an oracle message from the Quantum Oracle first of all, and then we'll move to the reading itself. And of course, don't forget to like the video if you enjoy what I'm doing. If you benefit from the videos, if it's useful to you, then please support me by liking, subscribing, and sharing. And also, this is my birthday month. My birthday is coming up in 2 weeks from now. So if you'd like to also support me that way, then please, you can order a personal reading, of course. You can send me a donation. You can get a deck of cards for me from the Amazon wishlist that I have. Everything is in the description box. Okay, Divine Feminines. Your card for today is Taking Steps. Oh, I love this. I think we saw some of that yesterday, and it was about what was the card exactly? But it was about acknowledging kind of where you are, and having the patience and resilience to just continue with the process, even if you don't see the result just yet. To me, this is especially because it's in the section of intention. You've set your intention, and now you confidently continue walking towards it. Masculines. Also intention, but back and forth. Masculine, sometimes it feels like, and I think I gave you that metaphor a couple of days ago, where you feel like you make progress for a while, and you take 3 steps forward and you're really excited, but then the next thing happens and you realize that you've taken 2 steps backwards, right? And you're frustrated because it's oh my god, all that work I've put in and now I'm back. But you still made progress with that 1 step, and the truth is that the road is rarely just like a straight line where you just keep moving up all the time, right? But we're always, even if it feels like we're actually back to square one, we're still in a different energy. We still have different life experience, right? And we can work with that. And that's the point, especially if you feel like something is repeating, like I've been here before. Why am I going back and forth to this situation? There is something there for you to learn, something there for you to experience that will impact the quality of your life. So you might as well, look at it, but from a different angle, and see how all this experience that you've had with this dynamic can help you make a different decision now. Okay, I'm gonna use the Sophia Charles deck for the main read. I don't use it too often. It's a little bit dark for my liking, but it is an interesting deck, and for different reasons. I actually like it quite a lot. I like how it feels too, like the material itself is really nice. I actually paid quite a lot of money for this deck. This, I can definitely say, is the most expensive tarot deck that I own, so why not use it, right? Okay, let's see what we have. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. Yeah, so we are looking at the brand new day with brand new eyes and figuring out, okay, what is going on here? And figuring out how do we want to do this new page in our life story. Have a little fun with it. Don't get too serious, please. And I know that life is serious to us, whether we like it or not, right? You live in 3D reality, you're facing all kinds of stuff every day. I'm in the thick of it right now in my life, so I can tell. But that's part of the mastery, I would say, to find that space and intention for pure joy and fun without big expectations, not because somebody asked you to do it, not because, you know, your livelihood depends on it, but just because you feel like it. 5 of Swords here. Yeah, we tend to like chase all these different objectives and goals, and we feel good about ourselves when we win at a certain level, right? When we succeed in certain objectives. But some of those experiences actually remind us how fleeting those moments are, and at the end of the day, they don't really fulfill you emotionally long term. And, you know, it's not something necessarily that you will remember 20 years from now. Or another question could be, is it changing my life for the better? And if some of you are thinking, well, you know, I don't know, what would you be doing for fun, for leisure activity? Let's say you sing a song. Like, singing a song is not going to change my life either, but it will bring you, if it brings you to a higher vibration, if it gives you that pure fun and joy, it automatically supports your inner child. It makes you feel better on the physical level. It enhances your energy field. It primes you for a different experience in life. So don't undermine that experience. Feminines, you got the Chariot clarified by Queen of Wands. It's full speed ahead. That's what I'm getting for you. And I like actually that we have it here. But one thing that I would mention here is, like, you know that you can do it, right? If you don't, this is your confirmation, Divine Feminines. You've got all it takes. You've got the resources. You know where you're going. Like, all that is figured out. You can confidently step forward. But I would say be very intentional about your steps, right? So don't just rush because there is a date of a deadline, or just because somebody said you should do this, right? Think about the intentions yourself. Why are you doing it? What does it mean to you? How you want to relate to it? What does the good look like in this scenario? Masculines, you've got the Strength and Ace of Cups. The Strength is actually 9 of Wands, and this is 9 of Wands card, but the author called it Strength, so we'll take it. It's a minor kind of representation of a Strength card, let's put it that way. It's like that final push that you're making before you get to the finish line. And you need some strength for that, because that's the part where you're already exhausted. All your body parts and your sensors are telling you it's, you know, you gotta stop this. You know, we need a break. Enough, right? But you know that there is still that last lap that you need to do to get to the finish line. And, you know, it's important. It builds stamina and discipline to a certain extent. And I think with back and forth here, that also is very coherent path for me. So lead with your heart, Divine Masculine. It's very important to stay true to your heart and not pay too much attention to what the road looks like on the outside, right? Even if it's back and forth and it's not how you imagined it, so you're disappointed, it is important to see it through. So this is your confirmation that there's something very important at the end of this road. So keep following the yellow brick road. Additional question for today, Magician and 9 of Cups. So what are you really wishing for? What is the dream come true, you know? And can you make it a reality yourself, or you're hoping that somebody will show up in your life and make it all happen? Whether it's your twin flame, or I don't know, maybe another personality that you have in mind that can, I don't know, invest, teach you, hug you, do something else to make it all better. Feminines, what do you need to know? You have Valor, which is 7 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles. So this is the energy of being defensive, right? And I'm getting in this context that feminines might be thinking that, but I've been doing my work, or you know, I need to, like, there are always circumstances that prevent me from, you know, creating my own reality. Like there is a voice in your head that's telling you, like, but I'm not doing it because or right now I'm busy with helping this person, or whatever that excuse might be, right? But you've built a wall between you and your happiness that way, right? And instead of finding excuses why it may not be a good time, why you don't have the vision or the resources, or you're busy with something else, try to see it with a can-do attitude. How can you start implementing it today? Masculines, you got the King of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Masculines are building the strategy. And masculines, you've got it. You have been building the reputation and building your strategy for a while. You're good at this. So remember about that and use your strengths to your advantage. Even if you feel like what you're manifesting into your life isn't exactly from this field of knowledge, you know, it isn't exactly what you're used to or what you know well, right? But the knowledge that you've acquired and the way you think is really going to do the trick, is going to help you. And that's part of that unique personality setup that you have that will make you successful in it, right? Don't try to reinvent the wheel. It's not about learning 100 of new skills. It's about seeing how you can utilize the strengths that you already have. And I mean like particular skills and knowledge and experience. How do the feminine see in the connection at this time? We have the Lovers and Six of Swords. Feminines want a bit of downtime with their masculine. It's like, you know, you want this, like this shouldn't be that difficult or painful, right? I just want to have some good time together. And feminists, if you are guided to reach out to your masculine, if you are in communication, then please do. This could be something that both of you will benefit from, as I'm hearing, you know, and you can come up with something more or less innocent and neutral where you spend time together, you, I don't know, get to know each other better, or you support each other, whatever is relevant in your situation. But it doesn't push anyone to specific steps and decisions in terms of your relationship or taking things forward, right? It's part of the pure love, true love energy anyway, that you're not forcing things. You don't have any particular like cookie cutter template for what things should look like. It's more about the feeling, the energy, and the presence that your person is giving you. How are the masculine see in the connection? Ace of Swords clarified by 10 of Cups. I love all the swords, by the way. Masculines have got Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords, so some new opportunities are knocking on your door, masculines, right? And they definitely see a new opportunity to build this relationship. Maybe that would be that invitation that feminine is gonna send through, you know, to do something together. But masculine is actually excited about it. Like, wow, this is something we can build on. This is like the happy context for us to share, you know, where it's not gonna be talking relationships and, you know, love stuff like in a, you know, however that looks like in 3D. This is more like just enjoying the moment and being authentic with each other, right? So for the masculine, it's almost like a permission slip to be themselves. And they don't get a lot of that, and they don't get a lot of time where people appreciate them and their authentic, true energy. So this is a breath of fresh air, and I hope it works out for the both of you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye.